Hey there, welcome to Tod Talks, the podcast where we're shining a light on brilliant local businesses making life better for families with little ones. I'm Bill from Toddle, and in each episode we'll have a natter with one of our amazing partners, finding out what makes them tick, how they're helping parents, and how being part of the Toddle family is helping them thrive. So grab a cuppa, put your feet up if the kids will let you, and let's dive in. Hi Michelle, thanks so much for coming on to Tod Talks. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So I always start in the same way. Without me, I know exactly what you do. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, in case the t-shirt couldn't give it away. So I'm Michelle. I am from Basingstoke and I'm a utility warehouse partner, as well as other things. But yes.
You spin a few plates?
Yes, yeah. So been utility warehouse partner for 9 years now.
So but being a utility warehouse partner,
yes.
What does that actually mean?
What does that mean? I know you probably come across, lots of people probably come across utility warehouse partners and think, what is that about? What is that purple thing going on? We're at lots of events and things. But actually, I was exactly the same before I knew what it was. I'd seen them around and thought, what is utility warehouse? So yeah, utility warehouse is a company. It's a British company. It's been going for nearly 30 years. A lot of people haven't heard of it because they don't advertise. So they're not on TV, not on comparison sites, because it costs millions to advertise. They decide not to go down that route, save that millions of pounds, and then work through partners like myself. So I'm self-employed as a utility warehouse partner, and that's kind of how we spread the word. But what it is, basically, we help people save money on their bills.
Okay.
So they are a provider of not just energy. You've got your broadband, mobile, insurance. They put all your services together in one bill. It means that you've only got one bill for all your services, rather than having a direct debit to British Gas, a direct debit to BT, whatever,
all under
all in one,
all out of one pot.
Yeah, exactly. Which kind of, I became a customer first. That's how I got to know utility warehouse. So I was doing networking with my other business, which I started 10 years ago. So I started that, went networking, met someone who did utility warehouse, avoided them for a little bit because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You think they're just trying to sell you things. And then you realise actually they're really nice people. They're not trying to sell to you, literally show you what it is. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, you can say no as well. So that's what I liked about it. It was very laid back. So it was one of my friends, and she became my friend in the end. She showed me it. And I was like, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to save so much money and have it all in one place. It's so simple. So I just went as a customer there, and then.
So before we go down of all the ins and outs, how UW can help us.
Yeah.
Like, how has it affected your life? Like, I'm from seeing you all over the place. Like, it seems to be flexible for childcare.
Yeah, so obviously, as a customer, saved me money, made it really simple. That was great. But then I decided to become a partner because I was already running my own business, but I didn't want to have to get a proper job, shall we say. I wanted to be
conventional 9 to 5.
Yeah. So that's why I started my other business, was to be there for the kids. But then what happened was, so I had my first 2 children really close together. So for me to then go back to work full time, put them in childcare, it was going to cost me more than what I was going to earn. So that was something I just couldn't do.
This is like the story for a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Especially those just starting out. Is like, I'm going back to work to pay for childcare.
Yeah, and that's not what I wanted as a mum. I always wanted to be there for the kids, especially in them first 5 years of their life before they start school. I knew that being there with them, they were then going to get all my values, my morals.
It's so important. Like obviously being flexible with Toddle about. Like I'm there on drop off. I'm there on pick up. We're not relying on grandparents every other day, and there's no after school clubs every day.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like keeps them in the routine, and obviously parents are there. They're present, and I personally feel that's super important.
Yeah, especially for dads as well. Like, and obviously I know mums and dads, they do have to go back to work, but for me that wasn't an option for me. I didn't want to go back to work. I wanted something that was going to work. So when I saw utility warehouse, as well as obviously doing my other business, which is the baby classes that I run, my husband actually then got made redundant when we'd become customers. My husband got made redundant about 6 months later. And we were a bit like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? Because usually he'd get made redundant, he'd find another job, it'd be fine. He was getting to the point where he was applying for all these jobs and nothing was coming up. He was a little bit older then, and we were like, what are we going to do? And we remembered Utility Warehouse. My friend who'd signed me up as a customer said, why don't you do this? And I was like, do you know what? Let's just give it a go. What have we got to lose? Let's try it. So we just jumped in with both oars. We just went for it, and we got loads of customers. And it turned out then that my husband didn't go back to a full-time job either. So he stayed doing Utility Warehouse, and then he got to spend the time with the kids as well. So, which, that's like you say, you can't put a price on that, I don't think. Like, the bond he's got with the children now is so good because he's been there all the way through. He's not just been one. He used to come home from work and the kids would be going to bed, that sort of thing. So, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Obviously, I know some parents have to go down, like, make them choices. But for us, we decided that although we weren't going to be the richest, we were going to have flexibility,
And like, we've made the decision of having flexibility for the children over piles of cash.
Yeah.
I'd love the piles of cash and be super flexible.
Yeah.
It's not always the case. Like, for us as a family, being able to do things all the time. Like, my parents grew up, my dad did 40 years of night shifts.
Yeah.
And my friends now think that my mum and dad was split up years ago. It was just my dad was always in bed because he did all those night shifts, and when he woke up, he went out, he went to work.
Yeah.
So, and I obviously working in the fireworks world.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like, it was going down the route of not being present, and that wasn't what I wanted for my girls.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, we're not just energy. We are broadband, internet, all the other bits.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest, is there a cool deal? Is there something, how do I find out about what's on offer?
Yeah, so basically we're not a comparison site. We don't go around and find the cheapest price from everybody else. We are the provider ourselves. Okay. So the way it works is it's like a meal deal. So do you know when you go to Tesco and you'd buy like a drink, a sandwich, and then you throw a pack of crisps on, it makes it all cheaper. Even if you don't want the packet of crisps, it's cheaper than not having it, Yeah. It's kind of like that. So the more services you take, the cheaper it is. The more benefits you get, the more discount you end up getting. So we've got at the moment, we've got some free energy days that we're giving away. So the more services you have, the more free energy days you get, as in a discount off your bill. So that's how it works.
Okay.
The way that you would go about it is by getting in touch with the Utility Warehouse partner, i.e. me. But you can do that through yourself anyway. So Bill's got a link that will connect you with
so
me.
we'll have the link below in the show notes.
Yeah. So once you've done that, arrange a time. I can pop and see you, or I can do it over the phone. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prices with Utility Warehouse, so the prices of all the services. You don't have to take all of them. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm in a contract for 2 years with that, I can't switch that. It doesn't matter. We can look at the different bundle options, and then from there, you can go ahead with whatever you want. But it's a lot easier to be talked through it by someone like myself rather than just going to the website, trying to figure it all out yourself, because sometimes you don't realise that by adding, for example, a SIM card on, you're going to then get cheaper energy, so it works out that way. So I just talk you through it, but it's not a sales call as such. It's more of an information call. I'm showing you the options. You're then basically going to compare it to what you're paying now and see where the savings can be made. And then from there, we'll go ahead or whatever. If you are in contracts, though, I did mention about contracts. We actually pay up to £400 to get people out of contracts as well. Okay. So if someone's in a contract for the mobile, for example, we would help them get out of a contract as well. So it's worth looking at.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
We've got the girls have got tablets with SIMs on. We're SIM only contracts at the moment, and I'm just sort of like, we've got something here, something over there, and like we have spoke about bringing it all under one banner. So maybe we do need to sit down. Chat. we'll have a sit down.
Yeah.
And is it as simple as, I want to look at this, I get in touch with you and we meet up? Or
So either over Zoom or face to face. I prefer face to face. That's just the sort of person I am. But if it's a bit too far, I'll do it over Zoom. So wherever you are in the country, I can help you. Yep. But literally, I'll just show you what it is. You can say yes or no, have any questions answered, whatever, because that's the whole point of me being there, is I can answer all your questions.
Oh, great.
And then we go ahead, sign you up as a customer, and then the company. So if you're thinking of what I actually do as a partner, I don't then go and phone your existing suppliers for you. That's nothing to do with me. That all then goes to head office. So head office deal with everything.
So you've got the support. The bigger brand behind you.
Exactly.
And they do.
Yeah, there's like 2,000 staff in head office based in London, and they will then contact existing suppliers, get all the switching in process. They'll do the billing. But the beauty of it is, as a partner myself, so as I said, I got into this as a partner to help people. I didn't know anything about bills or signing people up, and you don't need to. There's training completely free, you know, it's all provided. You get a mentor. So I'm mentoring quite a lot of people now, because I've got all my customers, so I'm still happy to have more customers, but I'm going down the route of helping people build their own business and kind of do what I've had, where I've had the flexibility, I've had the income. And
it's so nice to help a small business.
Yeah.
Like, from those who are doing whatever industry they're in and they're not making that as much as they expect, and you can sort of help them say, hey, here's another side hustle whilst you're building it, and you can drop it later, you can keep it on, because I'm assuming it's residual income.
Yeah, so basically, so there's no target. You don't get told you must get so many customers a month. It's literally like, do what you want, you know.
Yeah.
If you've got a month where you can put loads of effort into it, do it. If you've got times when you can't, then that's okay as well. So the way it works is you get paid an upfront income when you sign a customer up. That can be up to £300 per customer. And then ongoing from that, when the customers pay their bills, we get a percentage of their bills every month. So this comes from the company doesn't advertise. So that's how they've got that marketing budget to then pay the partners, you know. So rather than having shops on the high street, they don't have to pay all that out. So they've got the partners that go out and do all the work. But yeah, residual income is something I didn't even know about before. And actually, since I've been doing it for so long now, I'm getting paid still on customers that we signed up 9 years ago. We're getting paid every month a small percentage of their bill every month that they're paying the bill. So it adds up, you know.
Adds up over time.
Now, if I don't do any work in 1 month, I'm still going to get paid that residual income. So it's about doing the work now, putting the effort in now, and then in the future.
So we've probably got a lot of parents who have got children and thinking, hey, I want in on this.
Yeah.
Can they still contact you if they want to become a connector, if they want to become a partner?
Yeah. So there's a couple of options to earn the extra income. So first one is being a partner like myself. That's where you'll earn the upfront income. You'll get the residual income. The thing about the residual income as well, which I didn't realise when I first started, is that it's willable. It's a willable asset. So I know now I'm building this for the future for us, but also when I pass away, it's going to get passed down to my children as well. So I'm building up a residual income for them in the future as well. So that's something I didn't quite appreciate when I first started, because I was just in it for the upfront income, but now I'm in it for the residual and for my children. So that's one way. If you're thinking, I really like the sound of that, I haven't got time to do any of that, which again is what I thought too, but I found the times. But obviously I know sometimes you don't have the time. Then you can become something called a connector. So that's free to become a connector. That just means you share your link with all your network. Yep. But this works really great for small businesses, charities as well. So we're making a lot of money for charities who, like I say, they haven't got time to go out and sign the customers up themselves, but they can share a link with their network. And then anytime someone signs up through that link, if that comes to me, I do the work, but then they share the commission, so they can get up to £150 just for sharing a link, you know. So that's how it works with the charities. I'm working with PTAs, football clubs. So if you know anyone who's got a small charity that they're looking for some extra fundraising, you've literally just got to share a link and I can help you do that as well. So just get in touch with me and I can show you the right route for you, you know. So,
and if there is anybody that can't navigate their way to speak to Michelle, contact Tod Talks and I will happily redirect.
Yeah, perfect. But it's like I said before, it's not, yes, it's about the bills, we're talking about, and these are bills that people have to pay every single time, every single month anyway, but we don't like talking about them because they are boring, aren't they? You don't want to just go on about your internet and your broadband.
Not all bills are boring.
All bills are boring, we know, Bill. You're not boring, Bill. But bills in general are boring, not you. But yeah, to me, it's not about the bills now. It's about, that's kind of like the vehicle that I'm getting on to earn this income, to get flexibility, freedom, you know. And not only that, like with the company, they're a really they're a really ethical company. So they've got lots of green credentials. We plant trees in forests, you know, like every time we get a customer, we plant a tree and stuff like that. So they're a really good company to work under the umbrella of as well.
I see you on your socials that you're always getting together. You're always doing some sort of convention or meeting up together. Yeah. So they seem like a really nice, like-minded bunch of people.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. It's about like positivity, you know, since I started doing utility warehouse, the amount of people I've met who also do utility warehouse, but they're all very positive. They've just got a really great mindset, and it's actually really helped me with my personal development mindset as well. And that's again another thing I didn't think I would get out of the business that has been a benefit of it, you know. So
how is it between you? Because I know there's a couple of partners in Basingstoke.
Yeah.
And like, what's the vibe between it? Is it all just everyone's fair game? Have you got a territory? How does that work?
Yeah, no territory. So basically anyone in the UK is a potential customer or partner. However, obviously there are people in the same area who do it, but that's fine. We all get on with each other and we all support each other. It's kind of like, do you know when you're in a corporate job and to get promoted, you need to either someone needs to leave or pass away or whatever, you can't climb the ladder. Yeah. Whereas in utility warehouse, everybody can climb the ladder and everyone is helping everyone to climb that ladder to get up to the next level and just cheering us on. So we have a monthly meeting in Basingstoke that I host. It's the first Tuesday of the month. If anyone wants to come along, please message me. Basically, we just share the opportunity, but we all get together as well. So being self-employed, you do spend a lot of time working by yourself, don't you? So it's a way of just mixing with other people who are also in the business who basically can support you, can give you like some tips, hints, you know. So yeah, it's good. It's a good network to be in. Like they are very friendly.
From what you've been saying during this interview, is like my thoughts of UW has completely changed. Of like, I thought they were a bit corporate, and I thought they were a bit like money hungry.
Yeah,
but actually, by the sounds of it, they're not like that at all.
No. They're all about helping. So the guy who actually started Utility Warehouse, all them in 1996 it started, so nearly 30 years old. He started it with a vision to make everybody, as many people in the UK millionaires as possible. So I'm not quite there yet, but like the option, the possibility is there. That's the thing. Like, and he also, so with Utility Warehouse, you can qualify for holidays. So the way you qualify for a holiday is you basically get so many customers a month over a period of time. It's about 9-10 months over the year. If you do that, they'll send you on an all expenses paid holiday. And this guy who started the company has always said, like, he would want you to go on the holiday as if you've got no money worries and you can just enjoy yourself with the kids. So I went on one of these holidays. So the first one I went on was Orlando 2022. Took the kids to Orlando, all expenses paid. Turned up at the airport with our passports. Literally, they gave us the tickets. They gave us spending money. So we had spending money to spend over there because obviously going to Orlando to the theme parks, the kids are going to be like, can I have this, can I have that? He didn't want us spending our own money. So he gave you spending money for the whole week. Wow. Put us up in a hotel, got the theme park tickets, had an itinerary for the week. And then if you wanted to stay longer, which we did, we stayed an extra week. We basically told them the day we were going to come home instead. So they just booked our flight for the week after. So then all we had to pay for was the hotel for the second week. And then on that holiday, we met loads of people who were also in UW who we hadn't met before. And then like our families all mixed. Oh, sorry, hitting the mic. Our families all kind of got together. And now our kids are friends with their kid, you know, so it's just a really nice atmosphere. So
that's so cool.
So yeah, so that's just one of the perks of also being a partner as well. So
when's your next holiday?
When's the next holiday? Hopefully next year. I've got to qualify for it first. But we went to Tenerife last year. That was all inclusive, so no spending money in that one, but that's because we got everything in the hotel, you know, so that included day trips, all inclusive 5-star hotel in Tenerife. We've been to Cyprus, we've been to Centre Parks. Like, I was never one of these parents who could take my kids to Centre Parks because
we're not millionaires.
And it was on Easter weekend. I looked how much it was going to cost for the room. Well, we had I've got 3 kids, so we had a 5-person cottage. It would cost nearly $2,000 to just go for that weekend, and like we got it for free. So
I'm not sure how many companies are doing that.
Yeah.
So
I know, and we don't go on about it too much because we are still putting the effort. It's not like we're giving it.
You've earned
the effort in. We're putting the work in, and it's just an incentive to get you to do the.
It's like in some businesses, like there are bonuses.
Yeah.
Bonuses, the holiday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then there's small bonuses as well. So like at Christmas, I haven't paid for a Christmas dinner for the past 4 or 5 years. So basically at Christmas, they do an incentive where if you get so many customers in September, October, November, they send you a Christmas dinner, like the turkey, the meat, the veg. So for me, I just love the fact that I can put on a massive Christmas dinner for my family and not have to go and buy a turkey on Christmas Eve. So that little things like that as well. So, and I'm building my business whilst doing that and helping people save money or helping people make money as well. So,
okay, so let's have a quick recap.
Yeah.
So utility warehouse sound like a fantastic business to get involved with. If we want to save money on our bills, we need to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Links in the show note. If we want to become a partner, they can contact us and we'll help them get in touch with you.
Get in touch with me as well.
Yeah, and that's for anybody across the country, right?
Yeah, literally anybody can do it. Like, we've got people from so many different backgrounds: police officers, teachers, nurses, hairdressers. There's so many stay-at-home mums, a lot. And I have one story. There was a mum in my team who, in my other business, I come across a lot of mums who don't want to go back to work after maternity. Like fair enough. Like, I didn't want to go back to work after maternity, but they don't know what else to do. So I had one mum, she went back, I think she was meant to be going back full-time. She went back part-time instead, because then she did utility warehouse. And it meant that rather than doing her overtime shift, she could then get one customer with UW a month, and that covered the amount she was losing out on, Yeah. But also, you're saving on childcare as well. So like we were talking about nursery costs before. If you can go and get a few utility warehouse customers and get that income, but then you can also spend the time with your children as well. So I've taken my children to appointments with me. It's a very family friendly business. You can do it wherever you want to. And my kids are usually either on the background of a Zoom call or at an event with me, so they get involved as well. They know what it's all about. So yeah.
Okay. So, we are definitely going to sit down, because I think there's some proper opportunities for Emily and I to get involved with this, like you and Nick have, your husband. So we always finish up with what haven't I covered? What have we missed? What is the number one piece of information you want to get out to our listeners and viewers here?
I think it would be about utility warehouse. I would say have an open mind about it. I was very much like, I'm not talking to anybody about that, because I had a preconception about what it was, and it's not like that at all. So I would definitely say speak to myself, or if you do know anyone else who does utility warehouse, definitely speak to them. Even just to look at the options. It might be that you're already on great deals and you're already paying the cheapest anyway, and that's fine. You'll know that then by looking. There's no obligation to have a little look. But the most important message I would say is look at it for an extra income opportunity, because even if you think you haven't got the time, it doesn't take that long. An hour or two a week, you could be earning yourself 250 quid a month, 500 quid a month, extra in your pocket on top of what you're already earning now. So it can fit in the nooks and crannies of your day. So I would say definitely look at the partner opportunity. Or if you haven't got time really, then the connector opportunity is for you as well.
Awesome. So let's catch up in a year's 18 months time.
Yeah.
See where we are.
Yeah.
See how many all-inclusive holidays you've been on. And we'll catch up from then.
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
Great.
Thanks very much. Cheers. So that's it for today's episode of Tod Talks. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you found something helpful, heartwarming, or just plain inspiring from today's chat. If you're a parent listening, I'd love to know, what do you want to hear more of? More behind the scenes with local classes, tips from experts, honest stories from fellow parents? Drop me a message at toddtalks@toddleabout.co.uk. This podcast is for you, and your voice really matters. And if you're a local business helping families and thinking, I'd love to be part of this, well, you can. Get in touch and we'll have a chat about how we can shine the light on what you do and connect you with families who need you. So until next time, take care, give your little ones an extra cuddle today, and remember, we're in this together.